Yo, what's going on, guys? It is non-reality, and in today's video, I'm bringing you the Infinite MP Potion Guide. Now, if you also do need the Infinite HP Potion Guide, I do have a guide on that already, and I will link that in the description. But before we start off on this video, I wanted to give a huge shout out to everyone who's been subscribing and watching the videos. I did manage to get Content Creator for Pearl Abyss, and hopefully in the next coming months, I can also join their partner program if the traffic keeps up on my channel. But with that being said, let's get into the video. So with the MP potion, like the HP potion, there are 5 things that you need to grind for. 3 of them are grindable, and then 2 of them are buyable. Now, the 2 things you need to buy, the first one is the Rumbling Earth Shard. Now, this is always out of stock, usually with a couple thousand to 20,000 pre-orders. So you can put up some pre-orders while you're grinding, maybe put up like 80 pre-orders because you do need 100 of these. And then while you're grinding Manshuams, you can get a couple more, and hopefully you'll be able to reach 100 by then. If not, you'll just have to wait for the listing or go grind it out yourself. Like I said, you can grind those over at Manshuams, which isn't another piece of the MP potion that you're going to need. And then also when you were grinding the HP potion, you might have got a couple from Forest Ronaros. If you saved up those, you'll have a couple more from there. Other than that one, we do have the Dragon Scale Fossil. Dragon Scale, and then these usually have a bunch in stock. You do also need 100 of these. And then once you have both of those, we're going to get into the first spot. Now, the first spot is Tshira Ruins. And what we're looking for here is any of the keepers. Those are the ones that drop the full piece. And then you also have the pity pieces, which are the venoms. The full piece is the ancient Markthaden's gland. I'm going to quickly show you the rotation I like to use. So first of all, where do you want to park your horse? This spot is actually pretty annoying to park your horse because there are a bunch of annoying mobs that will hit your horse. But if you go right here next to this far tree where the water's at, just park your horse right where I'm at, this little area right here, and your horse will not get attacked. Now, for the rotation, it is pretty much like a giant figure 8. What we're going to do is we're going to come down here. We'll just jump over here, kill these mobs. Start the rotation. It'll get nicer once you actually do a rotation or 2. Kill these mobs over here. Basically, any of these big ones that say Grove Keeper are the ones that drop the full piece. Go over here. You're basically just going to keep following the keepers. And then you can run along here, but you're actually going to do that on the way back as well, so you don't have to. Go over here, kill these mobs. Now, don't jump down there. A lot of people do, but then you run out of Grove Keepers. Just run back. Go down the hill over here. Do a big AoE on this area. Run over here, kill any of these that you see. This one here, these over here. As you can see, this area is very, very dense. So there isn't like an exact rotation. If you find something that you like better, you can do it. But I'm just going to show you a general rotation. Come up here, kill these ones. Go around here. Kill these ones. And then we're going to go down the hill here. And we're going to go this way. And then we are going to go back up the hill that we came down earlier. Except this time, we are going to go to the left here, kill these mobs. And then this is what I was saying earlier. We were going to kill these mobs on this rotation, so we didn't have to kill them first. And then this is basically where you restart right here at this pack here. Now it is, like I said, quite confusing. So if you get lost, just try to figure out your own rotation. It isn't too complicated. And there is a lot of Grove Keepers. So whatever works for you, but that is basically the rotation that I used. And it was pretty fast to get that piece. Now, I will see you in the next spot. Okay, and we are at the second spot, Manshuams Forst. Now, I quickly wanted to mention, because I actually forgot to mention, that the pity piece NPC to do the quest is right here. His name is Leon. If you click on the node, it will take you right to him. Now, speaking of nodes, to get to this one, super simple, just right-click on the Manshuams Forst node, and it'll take you up to this guy, which has the weekly quest for this pity piece. Now you can park your horse down this hill right here at the bottom, and then we're going to start the rotation right here. Now just follow the path that I do. Don't try to go out of the way to kill extra mobs because a lot of the mob packs don't have the shamans, which is the mob that drops the full piece, which is the ancient Narc's Crimson Tier, and then the pity piece is the Narc's Solus, which drops from every mob. Okay, so we're going to start out right here. We're going to kill this pack. Going to run over here, kill this pack here. Now, we're not going to go to the right over here. We're going to stay kind of to the left. And this spot is actually pretty decent for silver early on. If you're like a newer player and you're looking for silver and you kind of want to do 2 things at once, maybe come here to grind the MP potion piece because it is pretty decent silver. Nothing crazy. Like if you're like an older player, it's not going to be a good spot, but If you're a new player, I found it pretty good early on. There's a bunch of little mobs and fences and stuff like that around this area, which can be quite annoying if you're a class that's usually pretty fast. Mainly just trying to get all of the shamans, which is why you see me like kill this pack here. Like, it's not a great pack, but it does have a shaman at the top, and then it's kind of annoying to get out of because there's a bunch of stuff in the way. We're gonna go up here. This pack. You can kill this pack if you want to. It doesn't have a shaman, but yeah. There's a lot of back and forth, and if you are a slower class, you might want to find a little bit different rotation. But if you are a slower class, you can actually pass some of the spots that I use that don't have shamans at it. The main reason that I actually do all of these packs around here is because I did end up over rotating back when I was doing this piece. And I did this piece pretty early on when I wasn't even that geared, and I still was over rotating. Now, once you get to here, if you don't see that pack, like if you do a couple rotations and this pack right here isn't respawned, you can go to the left or the right over here to this area over here. Sorry if my movement's a bit off. My game's been like super laggy lately, and I don't really know why. Kill this pack here, this pack here, and then kill this shaman here. And then once you do that, you can, you know, run up the hill over here. Like I said, just do that as an extension if you're over clearing. And then this is the last pack here, and then you are going to restart with that pack. And that is it for this spot here, and I will see you guys over at the last spot. Okay, and the next and last spot that we are going to be going to is the Navarn Steppe, which does have the Voltar's Clairvoyance and then the Voltar's Memory, which is the pity piece. And this spot is a bit annoying. They did do a bunch of changes, which I did make a video on. If you want to look at that, I will post that in the description if you just want to update yourself, but I will touch on it right now. And then also the node manager right here does have the weeklies for the pity pieces. Now, to start out in this spot, I'd recommend coming to the node manager himself and doing the mobs around here just because they are really dense. But before we even get into that, let's start off with what you do need. Now, with the changes to the pot piece and whatnot, you don't need mastery anymore. So I'd just grab yourself a magic tanning knife for the gathering item drop rate and gathering time. I'd also recommend grabbing yourself Perfume of Swiftness. Along with Perfume of Swiftness, grab yourself some energy potions. Now, if you don't know, you can actually buy energy potions from the shop for, you know, a decent amount of silver, and they will give you some energy. And then that is basically all you need. You don't need gathering clothes anymore, really. You can use them still, you don't need them though. And you don't need any sort of Manos knife or any mastery or anything like that. Now, one of the other changes that they made is that you can get drops from just killing the mobs. So make sure when you're doing this that, you know, you have a bunch of pets on, even if you are going to be tanning and whatnot, you still, you know, kill them, see if you can get a drop from there. But then you're also going to obviously be tanning them. Now, the bigger mobs right here, these Farika, are the ones that drop the full piece. And any of these littler mobs that come to it when you hit will only drop the pity piece. Now, along with that, there are a elephant mammoth thingies over here, which are kind of similar, whereas the big ones will drop the full piece and the smaller ones will drop the pity piece. That's honestly pretty much it for this spot. There's no like rotation or anything. Just go around, try to kill the big ones and the small ones, and then make sure you're tanning them. Now, personally, what I did for this spot, which I know a lot of people don't like doing, but I didn't actually tan any of the smaller ones for the pity piece. Everyone that I know that did this piece before I even started doing it never actually got the full 100 pity pieces. They just got the full piece. So I was like, okay, well, if that's how it's been, let me just focus the full piece, which is what I did. So what I would basically do is I'd do this, pull a bunch of mobs, kill them, only tan this one right here, and then I'd move on. And I got the piece, and I think it was about 10 hours, but I was, you know, constantly grinding efficiently. Yeah, that's basically it for this spot. Now I will meet you over at the turn-ins for each of the pieces, and I will see you there. Okay, and now we are here at the turn-in. Just like the HP potion, we just go over here to Merindora, which is to the right of Grana. You will see the little NPC icon here, even though it's covered by my horse. And you just talk to him when you have the 3 full pieces from the grinding spots, and he will give you the knowledge to craft the MP potion. But we are not done there, because we do have to turn in the 100 rumbling earth shards and the 100 of the dragon scale fossils. So to turn in the rumbling earth shards, you can make your way over to the Krogdala Trace node, and then to the right of it we have Krogdala's Trace himself, or itself. It's like a floating light orb thing. I don't know, I don't read the lore. But go over here to this person right here. You'll hand in the 100 rumbling earth shards for the full piece, and then once you do that, you're going to make your way over to Garmoth's nest, and you will hand in the dragon scale fossils to the foreboding altar, which will give you the full piece there. And then once you have all of the pieces, you can then combine them. Now I will post in the description a Grumpy Green Cricket guide, which will have an image of how to actually combine it for the full piece and whatnot. Along with that, I will have a picture, probably in like the thumbnail or something, that shows you like everything, like I did with the last video. Maybe it helps some people, I don't know. But yeah, that's basically it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.